It's a frightening and disgusting trend in the world of online gaming. Hackers rewriting code to simulate sexual assault. Shauna Hunt is live with the disturbing reality of virtual rape. Shauna.
Well, Roger, in the world of gaming, modifying characters is actually a common thing, but these cases are extreme. These hackers, they're taking control of games being played online, and they're staging these violent attacks. And the scenes are so disturbing, we had to blur the images.
Online, they can take your character, lock them in place, have made their character pantsless, and then can simulate sexual assault with your character, and you are helpless to stop it.
The graphics are so good, this attack is eerily realistic, but this is virtual rape. Hackers rewriting codes and hijacking online video games like Zombie Apocalypse and Grand Theft Auto. The vile scenes are then posted to YouTube.
That's deplorable and should not be allowed anywhere. Like, they should be banned off the servers immediately.
And Sam Meggs, an avid gamer and blogger, tells me in some cases these hackers, also known as modders for modifying the game, will talk to victims on their headsets during the attacks.
When you can hear the person on the other end who's saying these things directly to you, and they're saying them directly to you, that's a whole other level of harassment, really.
We all know many video games are known for their violence. In Grand Theft Auto, for instance, players carry knives and guns and they get away with looting and murder. But the sexual brutality now popping up online has the attention of Toronto police.
It is certainly something that we would be interested in hearing about if people have experienced it.
In this scene, a dog has been modified to do disturbing things, and Detective Sean Marshall, who investigates cybercrimes, tells me this new trend is hard to label. Are there charges that could come along with this?
We do investigate cases where people are being bullied online or being extorted online. So those things the police will absolutely investigate. When it comes to something like this, we could investigate it. It gets very difficult.
Police say in these virtual rapes, harassment would be hard to prove, and tracking down the invisible hacker could be next to impossible.
It depends on where the person is that's actually doing it, because they could be anywhere in the world.
Sam Meggs stopped playing online over a year ago because of what she calls a misogynistic mentality that already exists in the world of gaming. And she says these new rape scenes only illuminate that.
It's violating, it's triggering for people who have survived assault in the past. It's a visual representation of all that terrible verbal stuff that you get as a woman online.
Pretty much any game that you can play online can also be hacked and modified, so we're taking a look at some of the ways that parents can keep their kids from being targeted in their virtual world.
If you know what you're doing, you can kind of get into the back files of any video game.
These realistic virtual rapes have mainly been happening in Grand Theft Auto, but hackers modifying characters and creating these disturbing scenes can hijack any game if it's played online, putting all gamers at risk, including kids.
Well, that's kind of terrifying, I guess. And yeah, I guess I'll have to keep a closer eye on it.
24-year-old Ahmed keeps tabs on his younger brother's gaming life. Abraham is just 12 years old.
That's why I don't give him a headset when he's playing online. I usually always mute the outside world. It's mostly just him playing his game itself.
And while the only way to avoid becoming the victim of a violent modification is to stay off the internet, gaming expert Sarah Drew tells me there are guards that parents can use to ensure their child's online experience is as safe as possible, and it starts with your choice of console.
So because the Sony PlayStation is free online to play, they don't have many privacy controls. Whereas the Xbox Live community, they really have a lot that you can do as a parent, whether that be going in and putting a code on, or monitoring the friends, or just simply, blocking communications and muting people online so they can't speak to you.
And parents are also being encouraged to pick up a controller and learn the games that your kids are playing, and keep consoles and computers in a family room where there's the most supervision.